Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer and happy Fallout Day. For Fallout Day 2022, I've decided to remake my 2020 Fallout Day video, The Creators of Fallouts 3 through 76. The original wasn't all wrong, but it had some mistakes, so I figured what better time to correct those mistakes. A quick note, this covers all the craters, not just those created by nukes. That said, let's start with the Megaton Creator in Fallout 3. This is a perfect example of a crater not created by a bomb. To get the story, let's check with one of Megaton's oldest residents, Manya.
Long ago, before the war, there used to be machines. They were like buses, but they flew through the sky, taking people anywhere they wanted to go. You didn't have to walk, you just went to the air station, bought a ticket, and took to the skies. Anywhere in the world, you just up and flew there. When the war happened, the machines started dropping from the sky. Everyone around here thinks that the bomb made the crater, but it didn't. The crater provided good cover from the dust storms, and when my daddy and the rest of the town decided to build the walls, they used what they had.
There you have it. The crater was created by a crashing plane, and the bomb fell into the center of it. Next, we have the Fort Bannister crater, so named because of its location near Fort Bannister in the western capital wasteland. The crater is located just east of the fort, a logical location for a strike. While the exterior of Vault 87 might not appear to be much of a crater, we do know that it was struck directly during the war, making the front entrance of the vault inaccessible to all but those beings capable of withstanding an enormous dose of radiation. Next up, we have the White House crater. While the president was known not to have been to the White House for some time before the bombs, the White House itself makes for a prominent symbolic target. This is the Vernon Square crater, a reminder that not all bombs hit their targets. In this case, we're looking at a Delta IX American ICBM. This has to have gone way off course to have gotten here, but luckily its navigational system appears not to have been the only dud. Its warhead appears to have been faulty as well. You can see an intact version of this rocket within the Museum of Technology on the mall. This is one of those many sad views into the Fallout universe, as these rockets were meant to carry men into space, not bombs. The first of the Fallout New Vegas craters we'll cover is the Mesquite Mountains crater. Located west of Prim, this site has a shack of a home in the center with plenty of nearby feral ghouls to serve as sentinels. Cottonwood crater is found just south of the Legion-occupied Cottonwood Cove. This site also has new life occupying it. In this case, we're looking at a family of geckos. There are two craters at the Black Mountain site. This is the higher of the two, located at the center of the Black Mountain complex, while this is the lower of the two, home to mutated monstrosities known as centaurs. One of the craters I didn't mention last time is Big Mountain. The entire Old World Blues DLC takes place within the crater that is Big Mountain. At some point in the past, the site was covered by a mountain, but that mountain was accidentally vaporized, leaving behind the crater we see today. Thank you to the viewer Slayerman from Doom the Eternal for pointing this site out as missed. Honorable mention here goes to Devil's Gullet. I had a comment on the last video calling this site a crater, which it is not. Devil's Gullet is actually based on the real-world Devil's Hole, a deep crevasse that serves as the opening to a spring and cave system in southwest Nevada. The first of the Fallout 4 craters we'll be covering is the Cambridge crater. In the first version of this video, I erroneously referred to this as the Camden crater, which it is not. There is no Camden, Massachusetts, or at least not one that I can find. I think I confused the names Cambridge and Malden to create Camden in my head. Regardless, this is the Cambridge crater, home to many feral ghouls. Another non-nuclear bomb-created crater can be found at Crater House, on the coast just south of Salem. This is another crater created by a plane crash. It seems the plane's old reactors are leaking into the environment, creating a radioactive region for the children of Adam to occupy. Here we have a crater I missed last time, what I'm calling the South Boston crater. This rather large crater can be found between Layton Towers and Big John's Salvage. Thank you to Andrew S. and Black Rhino 241 for pointing this crater out. In the heart of the glowing sea, we can find the largest crater in all four of the games I'm covering today, the Crater of Adam. In this footage that I recorded for the first iteration of this video, you can see just how large the crater is without the typical glowing sea lighting, a phenomenon that many believe is thanks to the destruction of this nearby nuclear power plant. There are just two craters in Appalachia, both lying near to each other in the Savage Divide. This is the larger of the two, while this is the smaller. It should be noted that the settlers of Foundation have, for some reason, decided to turn the upper crater into a new encampment. With all the other possible sites, I do have to wonder what about this radioactive crater is so appealing. Anyway though, Those were the craters from Fallouts 3 through 76. At some point in the future, once I start covering Fallouts 1 and 2, I'll make a video on any craters in those games. This has been the Resolute Cartographer, wishing you a happy Fallout day. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again next time.